elementary school children instruction and programming, and preschool in particular, the oldies, and I'll show you some pictures of those. We're actually using two JVC 4K projectors to give us one complete image over the entire slide. But in addition to using star fields from those two projectors, big instrument stood right in the center of the theater. In fact, we lost a little bit of the seating or used inside the Queen Elizabeth Planetarium back in the 60s, 70s, and into the early.
The glowing band of the Milky Way. Home to our Sun, to our solar system, the Scorpion and the Archer. Just two of the 88 that creep across the night sky. Followed by the Very Large Telescope and the Keck telescopes. These stars have revealed the hiding place of a powerful monster at our galaxy's heart. A black hole 4 million times more massive than our artists, and become the stuff of science fiction. Black holes will consume anything that strays into their path, and some of the most interesting stars in our galaxy are caught in our black hole's gravitational grip. But this black hole will not be satisfied by the swelling of stars. The Very Large Telescope's neighbour Vista is the world's most powerful infrared survey telescope. It has 84 million stars with 84 million mysteries waiting to be solved. We have delved deeper into the Milky Way than ever before and found many answers and millions of questions left to ask. ESO's telescopes will continue their mission to dig into the skies, solving and discovering.
The shortest line down to the horizon from that star, that takes you to true north. So we got a big... Thankfully, the Earth doesn't spin this fast, it'll make you too dizzy. But you'll notice one thing when I do that. There is that one star up here in the northern sky. Very closely, it also describes a little circle around the true point where the Earth's spin axis is. That's called the North Celestial Pole, and all the stars will spin around that. And again, thankfully, the Earth doesn't spin that fast, otherwise we wouldn't be really able to see much of anything. Or Neptune and its bluish hue, and see that Neptune isn't just a point of light, but in fact is a little ball looking a bit like this. You can come out to our observatory telescopes on a clear Friday, Saturday night during the autumn, and we'll be able to show you Saturn's rings, Neptune, and big Jupiter, which is the bright point of light you'll see off towards the east after the sun goes down. So Jupiter's a cool one to look at. If you watch it over a little period of time, you'll actually be able to see it through a telescope rotating. So you'll see new features kind of rotate into view and other features rotate away from view. It only takes about 8 hours for gigantic Jupiter, which is about 12 times the diameter of the Earth, to to rotate once on its axis. So as we move through time, you can watch how new features on through those telescopes. So it's pretty cool. Later in the evening, or now really late in the evening, about 5 in the morning, you'll be able to see which belongs to Auriga, a little mythological chariot driver. We can come down here to the twin stars of Castor and Pollux, the twin stars of Gemini. Go over to Procyon, which means before the dog star, and then we bottom off. But because of its clouds and its reflectivity, it's actually quite bright right now. It's also fairly close to the Earth in its orbit, taking on also a crescent shape. And so Venus right now is still at its very brightest and is shining nice and bright off towards the eastern horizon after the sun goes down. Well, again, as I mentioned, I'll move away from our Earth. We're going to see the Earth come up. Now, you couldn't do this with old technology. It's only video technology and computer technology that allows us to do this. But everything you're going to be seeing right now, all the positioning of stars and the galaxies that are going to be showing you, are all sort of galaxies placed in their proper position, as are the stars in our own Milky Way galaxy. But right now, floating above the Earth, we can wave goodbye to the Earth, and in a moment we'll be able to see all the major planets come up before us in all their various orbits. I'll also put up some constellation lines up there as well, because as we kind of fly away from our solar system, Jupiter there, and the inner rocky planets like the Earth, Mars, Venus, and Mercury, they're still pretty tiny compared to those outer gas giants. When we actually move around here, you'll see how the Earth's plane and all the major planets lie along this kind of flat surface there. And if you look up there, you'll also see that that flat surface goes along those various constellations, major, but only along a very narrow path in the sky, which is made by that line that we call the ecliptic up there, the Way Galaxy. We're about 2/3 of the way out from the center. Remember at the center here, that's where we find that supermassive black hole. And we're right in there. All the stars we see in the nighttime sky are the ones that we see just within this little part of the Milky Way galaxy. Everything else just blends together as that wash of light that we see as a river of light called the Milky Way galaxy in our evening sky. Our galaxy, though, contains about 400 billion stars. No, I didn't count them individually. That would take a long time. Our actual image is being displayed up on the dome, showing some of the nearby galaxies, which include the Andromeda galaxy, which is about 2.5 million light years away. This is called the local group of galaxies, or the Virgo supercluster of galaxies. And you kind of see them up there. But of course, there's many other galaxies up there, so let's put up 30,000 other galaxies that are up around us. Each one of these galaxies contains anywhere from a few 100,000 stars to many trillions of stars. And each of those stars most likely has a planetary system, kind of suburb of our Milky Way galaxy, where all the stars we see in the nighttime sky again belong to. Anybody point out our sun up there right now? Right now I have it labeled, might make it easy, but again, if you were traveling amongst the stars up there, you probably would need something like this to kind of help you find your way around. Let's get back to the sun here and back to our solar system. We're going to come flying back through our solar system, but we'll take down the orbits of all the planets. And very shortly, we should actually be able to see. Let's do a little course correction here. We're just going to bring down our stars' names and make stars a little bit more reminiscent of looking at them in our sky here. Keep looking up there. Let's see if we see the Earth. There we are. There's our good old Earth. Rotate around a bit. You kind of see North America there. Is there an upside down, or is there a right side up? I don't know. We're looking at North America now, sort of upside down, but that's just opposite to how we sometimes show it in our atlases now. But let's come landing here on the Earth. And there we are. We're back. And